Hello everyone, this is Luigi. Welcome to part 23 of Let's Play Pikmin 2. If you can't tell, I'm by myself now. I'm sure you're all crushed, and much to my dismay, I'm just gonna get Subterranean Complex out of the way today. It doesn't really have a terribly useful treasure, but it does have like 2 or 3 purple candy pot buds, and that is pretty much better than any treasure. So, I have not played in a while. How did I get down to 20 of both? I thought I had more whites or more purples or something. Oh well, yeah, I did those last 22 parts all in kind of like a blur. Hopefully I have 20 of each so I can show off the I know Uda. Okay, that looks like it's gonna work out. I think I'm good with Pikmin right now. Thank you all for your enthusiasm. Not sure why those reds... Yep. They have like way too many syllables, but I guess it's not bad considering they're little plant monsters. And I'm almost certain none of them but the blues even look like they might have vocal cords, and it's fairly likely none of the others do anyway. Okay, so is that mostly all flowers now? Do. Okay, yeah. Not singing along with in-game audio. Man, everything but the whites falls way behind. Especially the purples. Forgot how bad that is. I'm pretty sure 20 of each really isn't the best, since like, you honestly only need 10 purples to kill everything, but hey, they sing a little song, it's probably worth it. How did a yellow get stuck? Oh, I guess because it was a leaf. Man, it must be fun being the only leaf Pikmin among a bunch of actually kind of good ones. I think leaf yellows are even slower than flower purples. Or at least they trip more often or something. Yeah, they're at least a little bit slower than flower purples, which is kind of sad. The problem is if they ever start seeing this, it's insanely depressing, like more than usual when any die, which is kind of inevitable. I'm conflicted. Maybe I should get some of these treasures while I'm thinking about... okay, no, yeah, I was going to do that if it stayed dead, and then I kind of remembered I don't think I ever killed it in the first place. Yellows seem to be tripping quite a lot. Tripping on drugs. You decide. And that stuff coming out of the cave turned everything all green, somehow. I don't even know if it's actually green. I'm playing on a dumb TV with screwed up colors and lights. Yeah, this is not the easiest boss or anything, but it is a generally easy cave if you're just getting the purples, and this is the easiest one to breed purples in, and hopefully this doesn't wake anything up. Yeah, I guess the hairy ones don't wake up that easily. They wake up when that happens. Holy moly. Man, Louie is like the tiniest bit creepy, I think. Anyway, yeah, this is what gave me the false idea that yellows... yeah, it goes yellows, purples, whites, blues, which is inaccurate because yellows are after purples and whites. Whatever, I don't really... That would make sense to have whites be the first and then everything and then purples, but okay, I'm not standing for that. Good thing it takes so long to chew. And good thing they can't sense earthquakes. Nope. I do not accept that. Okay, that woke me up at least. Oops. Alright, that was... Okay, I'm having way too many close calls here, but... Close call is better than a failed call, I guess. I think that's the first time one of those captain stealing bugs have ever impeded me at all, and wow, 50. What is gamma tape? Is that a real brand that I just never heard of because I'm not a... My activities do not generally involve using tape? It's a kind of a neat name for a tape, I guess. So I have no idea where any of the treasures are in this. I'm used to this, just running through it with one red Pikmin, and then getting to that one of the rest sub-levels with some candy pop buds, and turning it into like 7 or 14 things, and then turning that into some purples and whites. Yeah, the whole concept of purple farming isn't really fair, because there's a treasure you need 100 purples for, and I think if you go through each cave once, you'll maybe just barely have 100, and it's not very close. And yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. Sometimes you randomly get your Pikmin messed up for whatever reason. I seem to be saying for whatever reason a lot, but I don't know, it's kind of a unique phrase in that I could say for some reason, I don't know, but that sounds less eloquent. And my hobbies do in fact include being eloquent. So it's over here. I still think all the buried stuff is kind of retarded, but I'll take it. Are there no biologists on Hakate? Because I think, like, specimens of the wildlife would be kind of more interesting than random pieces of trash that you can kind of sell. I don't know how to pronounce Novoin. And that's that sub-level. Seems as if the sub-levels in these later caves are marginally more difficult and my purples are all lost, but I guess there's not really much anywhere they can go, considering there's no pits or mamutas or anything that can actually kill Pikmin in an enemy-less, or I guess enemy-less caves don't have mamutas either, but I don't recall this having any completely terrible sub-levels. I could be wrong. I mean, this one isn't great fun if you have a bunch of Pikmin with you. Oh, I do not like this guy. It is not. Why do you keep switching over to white when I want purple? Yeah, I hope it doesn't spawn any bomb rocks. It does not look like... and I really don't get why its balloons all inflate before they pop. It's a bit weird to me. So anyway, are there rocks here or anything? Oh, there are, actually. Well, at least that was a pretty generous time limit. I'm not sure if Pikmin 1's bomb rocks have... They probably do, but it just seems more generous than something Pikmin 2 or Pikmin 1 would do. I have quite a lot of problems telling the difference between the two. In not challenge mode, in battle mode, you can pick these up by running into them, which is pretty excellent. I don't know why that wasn't a power-up or something. That'd be kind of a fun gimmick. Well, I guess bomb rock puzzles aren't really fair in caves, because you can get completely stuck if you, for some reason, need them. And this is not a fun concept for a sub-level. There aren't any Pikmin particularly good at those. I guess I'll go with red, because they're kind of strong, and they can be thrown normally. Purples are generally good, but not so much for these types of flying enemies. Uh-oh. Get back here. Okay, good, it didn't fall. Okay, please don't wake that up. That's why I thought the ones in Pikmin 2 could wake them up. Not quite as smart, but I don't know, if you don't use Olimar's fists very much, you might not know how to knock them without using Pikmin, which seems like the intuitive thing. And why does planting them turn them back into leaves? It doesn't really make much sense. Whatever, it's dead now. Or it should have been dead if it was fair. Also, the Pluckophone makes these ridiculous enemies, because you can just whistle them back up and they just got deflowered, but it's not a huge deal. Okay, no Pikmin deaths still. That's pretty nice. I consider turning into Leaf a fate nearly as bad as death, but nearly as bad as not equal, and I have some nectars, and I am almost certainly over time. Oh, no, actually just cut myself. Anyway, yeah, next part we'll finish up this sub-level and probably